Bine ați venit la un episod din Batman Arkham Knight. Hai să continuăm. Data trecută eram tot la bombe. Și acum le terminăm, că mai avem două. Stai, nu, mi-amintesc unde este bomba. Gata.
Some of my riddles are death traps. Elegant, beautiful, ingeniously designed death traps. And you'd better solve them before some poor innocent soul attempts the same. The same. With the bat!
Uploading virus now, sir. So the enemy is aware of our incursion and has sent a sizable force to curtail it.
Ia să văd.
I got Batman! He's in the canal! Rattler's been hit! Drone down!
payload is exposed. I can use the power winch to trigger a controlled explosion.
Da, asta dacă pot să merg.
One explosive device left to deal with. The militia's grip on Gotham is loosening.
But it's no match for skill. Back up! He's gonna get us! No chance! What did the Scarecrow do? Oh, that stuff was nasty. Uploading virus now, sir. Tanks inbound, sir. Nothing you cannot manage. Batman spotted! Chinatown! Batman's overriding control protocols! I've lost the drone! Rattler offline! Drone's been hit! Dragon offline! Batman's taken out a Rattler! Alpha targets hit a drone! Damn it! Rattler's taking damage! Lost the Rattler! Lost the Diamond! Diamond back offline! Rattler's hit! It's still operational! Chinatown
The
unit
bomb's
destroyed.
payload is exposed. I can use the power winch to trigger a controlled explosion.
Gata.
Batman, you're a hard man to kill. You remind me of this guerrilla fighter. Kept raiding our camp in Troubadour. We got him eventually. Nailed his head to a wall.
One. Chance, Slade. Leave Gotham. Now.
I don't think so. You've taken out the bombs. Nice work. We've still got the roads locked down, and our watchtowers keeping eyes on the skies.
Mhm.
The citywide scan has picked up one of the militia APCs. I'm relaying its location to you now, sir.
Da.
It's the bat! Drive, drive! Got Batman
back to GCPD.
I'll get someone on it, Batman. Still waiting on that diagnostic report. Commander reported in a few minutes ago. Drones are active and online. Batman's...
Hai să continuăm cu asta.
Investigating the body I discovered on the rooftop of Ted's Electronics will help track the killer. He's still out there and needs to be stopped.
Batman's here! Engage!
Alfred, I found another body. The mutilation pattern looks to be identical to the previous murder victim.
Then it appears Gotham does indeed have a serial killer in its midst. And here I was thinking this evening couldn't get any worse.
I'm going to scan the body for unique identifiers. Blood tests reveal the cause of death was an overdose of painkillers leading to cardiac arrest. Also, the victim's fingerprints have been burned off with acid.
A rather unsavory demise.
That's not
Okay.
all. It's as though the subject's DNA has been corrupted somehow. There's insufficient information for me to cross-reference the database. I'll have to use the deep tissue scanner to analyze the body for distinguishing features and determine the victim's identity.
Right you are, sir.
Uhu.
I've seen that pattern of scar tissue before. It's a bite mark. Analyzing its radius points to a species of Selachomorpha. This particular variety of shark is only found in the waters off the coast of North Gotham. The victim is fitted with an ocular prosthesis. This specific type of medical-grade acrylic was used only once during a trial 5 years ago. Signs of trauma to the upper arm. At some point, titanium screws have been implanted to repair a fractured humerus. Alfred, the victim's name is Lisa Mendez.
She had quite a troubled upbringing, sir. Orphaned age 9,
That-
foster homes, drug abuse. She developed a talent for surfing, hence the shark attack. Tragically, it's also how she lost her boyfriend. She was working for a Christian charity in Tucson, Arizona, when she went missing.
What's unusual is that they didn't go missing in Gotham. They were brought here and killed. Why? We need to track down whoever did this.
Might I suggest keeping an ear out for any more of that ghastly opera music? It sounds ominously like a calling card.
I'm going to stop this killer. Investigating the body I found on the rooftop of the Heavenly nightclub will help me track him down.
Batman, I have contributed to the ongoing redevelopment of Founders Island by filling it with riddles. When you die trying to solve them, I will generously allow the city to transform my creations into public...
Alfred, we can add a third victim to the list.
This is becoming rather ghastly, sir. It brings to mind a spate of murders at the beginning of your career. It was Halloween then, if I'm not mistaken. Turned out to be rather a long one, if I recall.
I'm
That-
going to try and identify the body. An irregularity on the victim's chest. It appears to be a birthmark, quite distinctive. There's a bullet lodged deep in the upper bicep. This type of ammunition is predominantly used with a hunting rifle that hasn't been manufactured in over a decade.
The left foot is missing several toes. The site of amputation suggests the removal of non-viable tissue in the treatment of frostbite.
Alfred, I've ID'd the victim as Robert Kincaid.
He was a microbiologist who worked for Stag Enterprises. Many believe the shooting was connected to Kincaid's knowledge of controversial research, although that remains unverified. He took a teaching post in Atlanta, which is where he was reported missing.
Another person taken from outside the Gotham area.
A significant detail, sir.
So are these words written beside the bodies. Try and find a connection between the two victims I've found, Alfred. There has to be something linking them together.
I'll try my best, sir.
Vedeți porcăria aia? Trebuie să merg acolo ca să iau o misiune.
Riddler's definitely funnier, though.
Alfred, run analysis on the blood sample I just uploaded.
Right you are, Master Bruce. I'm searching for possible matches now. How you managed to get this sample is beyond me, sir. Ah, here we are. The blood is heavily mutated, but we have a partial match, a Dr. Kirk Langstrom.
Search for any properties in Gotham owned or leased by Dr. Langstrom.
Certainly. Let me see. Ah, he and his wife lease a basement laboratory in Chinatown. I'm sending you the address.
Da. Da, continuăm cu killerul ăsta.
I'm going to investigate the body I found over... Looking Divinity Churchyard. There's a killer at large. He must be stopped.
Batman's got a tank? That's cheating.
Nope, nu este cheating. Că și voi aveți drone.
Target's here. It's Batman. Nah, Penguin's parents were Gotham royalty. He got the accent at school. If it's for real, anyway.
This wound is relatively fresh, inflicted while the victim was still alive. Abrasion to the epidermal layers confirms the somewhat crude removal of a tattoo. The position of this scar indicates the victim underwent surgery to remove one of their kidneys.
Ok.
A plate made of tantalum, used here for a cranial fracture, most probably the result of a boxing accident. The victim's calloused knuckles would only be acquired by a professional fighter. Alfred, the victim's name is Ella Montgomery.
It appears the kidney was donated to a twin sister who unfortunately died. This seems to have been the catalyst for her boxing pursuits, and hence the cranial injury. She went missing in Huntsville, Alabama.
That's 3 victims, all of them abducted in various places around the country. Keep looking for a connection, Alfred.
Right,
E
Sir?
bine,
The
bine,
writing by the
bine.
bodies suggests the killer has a higher purpose. It's as if these weren't good enough for what he has in mind.
Do you think there are other victims?
Yes, and I don't know what he has planned for them. If I'm going to stop this killer, I should analyze the body I found on the rooftop of the Gotham Herald.
Cred că jocul e dat prea încet, deci îmi pare rău în caz că este dat prea încet.
Alfred, I found a fourth victim.
Highly regrettable, Master Bruce. All we can do is hope this body yields some clues as to the killer's identity.
Scar tissue on the upper arm. I recognize the pattern. 20 years ago, this was a badge of honor among inmates at Blackgate Penitentiary. A small group of racketeers known as the Bloodhaven Six.
Remnants of a pacemaker fitted through the right ventricle. If I cross-reference the manufacturer with the pacing method, it will help to narrow the search.
Clear signs of bone deformation on the victim's knee. Joint line sclerosis points to juvenile arthritis, a rare and debilitating condition.
Alfred, I've ID'd the victim as Franklin Accardo.
His records are a litany of drug-related offenses, sir. In and out of prison from an early age. He was serving a 20-year sentence at Blackgate before being released early on grounds of ill health due to a heart condition. He moved to Little Rock, Arkansas, which is where he was reported missing.
Have you found anything linking the victims?
I can find no personal or professional links between the victims, but they each went missing near state parks or playing fields.
Try and find anything connecting those places.
Of course, sir. I'll look into it.
The posed body I found on display by the disused docks may provide critical clues to the killer's identity. I'm heading there to analyze the crime scene.
So I tried one of those question mark games they have around here. Pretty fun. Couldn't do it, though. It's the bat! Here he is! Gotta have some fun with you, Batman! Smash his face in! What kind of boring post is this? Stuck in here guarding a portable radar dish when all the action's out there. Well, it's great. We've got a sea view, gun turrets protecting us. We're not exposed to it.
Alfred, I found a fifth victim.
I feared you would, sir.
Ok.
That particular type of bleaching to the pigmentation of the skin denotes a chemical burn, most likely a chlorine-based substance. Tracheal surgery to remove a cancerous growth has resulted in the victim being fitted with a voice box. The victim suffered a rare genetic disorder causing them to have 6 fingers on one hand. Alfred, the victim's name is Allison Weers.
She was an engineer employed at Ace Chemicals. That would certainly explain some of her ailments. She moved into a retirement home in Bloodhaven several years ago. Their grounds are adjacent to a large park.
Do the details of the disappearance match with the others?
They do indeed, sir. Also, your request to cross-reference the parks and playing fields has proved fruitful. I've come across some leasing documentation that appears to have been falsified. Someone is attempting to cover their tracks.
Find out anything you can, Alfred. We couldn't have done anything to prevent these deaths, but we can still save others. Someone killed, mutilated, and posed a body on Merchant Bridge. If I'm going to stop them, then I need to investigate the crime scene for clues.
Look, if you let me go, I won't say anything. I swear. Look out! It's the bat!
Hai să vedem.
Alfred, I've discovered another body.
6 victims, Master Bruce. When will this nightmare end?
No, don't break down in tears. Sorry, what was that? The Riddler is better than you? Oh, yes, you cry, baby crusader. Yes, I am. Baby crusader.
Deformity on the left ear. Looks like a result of minor ear agenesis, a birth defect. A wedding ring in the lower intestine. The inscription reads, Ophelia. The victim had a hip replacement. Scar tissue hasn't fully healed, so it must have been recent.
Alfred, the victim's name is Anthony Lund. Hospital records show he suffered with alcoholism, most probably brought on by the breakdown of his marriage. The name on the ring, Ophelia, his ex-wife. He was last seen in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Cross-reference this with the others. See if it fits.
It does indeed, sir. Sending you the information now.
The Circus of Strange. Its route recently took it through all the locations where the victims went missing. Get me a list of associated names.
The circus is run by a rather suspicious fellow named Laszlo Valentin.
Search for any properties owned or leased by the suspect.
Records show Mr. Valentin used to lease a beauty salon here in Gotham, but the lease expired shortly before construction began on Wayne International Plaza.
Send through the location. It's time to end this.
Is there anywhere left that ain't been looted? I'm getting bored. Stomach feels like my throat's been slit. I'm living on rations for weeks. Quit thinking about your stomach. We got a job to do. Last night, I dropped you were a steak. I don't care if the gas is gone. Batman still ain't one to fight. Serpent down! What was wrong with it? Scarecrow's gas. Some people, they don't get better after. Serpent offline! Remind me to hit a toy shop before we leave. Told my kid I was gonna buy him a present. Some guys are missing. Like dead missing. Maybe they were the Knight's favorites. The ones he
Maybe,
trusts.
huh?
Either the Knight took them with him, or the new boss didn't want him around.
Da, l-am găsit.
You're done here, Valentine. Let them go.
Oh, no, 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 no. Pig not ready yet. She's all unique and wrong.
Da?
All messed up, inside out. Pig, make her better. Pig, make all of us better.
It's over.
But Pig can fix you too. Make you perfect, like the others.
You're insane.
And what are you?
I'm here to stop you.
Bad. Bad. Pig is like clay. Pig is like a god. Pig is here to fix us all. That's it, my darling. Show him how perfect you are. It makes you invincible. Perfect and in. Rise up, my precious. He cannot keep you bound.
It's like they're immune to pain. I need to make sure they stay down.
Oh, Daddy, what you're made of.
Hai mă!
perfect! Chop, chop, chop! All better die. Makes you the prettiest of them all. Oh, thank God it's over. It's finally over.
Hai până la GCPD, motherfucker.
Where are you taking me? Take go back to his stuck.
I'm taking you where you won't be able to hurt anyone else. I'll make sure of it.
Pig doesn't hurt. Pig heals. Pig fixes. My Dollartrons are works of art.
Those people are living a fate worse than death.
Not death. Pig makes life worth living.
And the ones you murdered?
Too broken for Pig to make better. Too imperfect. They make Mother angry. Make Pig feel sick.
Those things you couldn't change. It's how I identified the bodies. It's how I caught you. It's why you failed.
No, not You've got problems, Valentine.
Hai afară.
Out you go, Valentine. Don't lock Pig away. Mother won't be pleased. Pig, not good enough. Oh, never good enough. So close until you stop. I can do better.
Ceilalți sunt ceva de genul, ce nebună ai mai adus aici?
It could have been. So perfect. Pig on the cross. Pig with nail. Pig on cross. Pig with nail.
A billionaire like you must have a secret island somewhere. You're gonna need it after tonight. I always thought the person inside that suit had to be messed up.
Bine, dar sper că v-a plăcut episodul. Dacă da, nu uitați să dați like, coment și subscribe și până data viitoare v-am salutat, ceau, bă! Pa!